the opposite way, had his worst outing of the year. And this guy is a great pitcher, and we'll see how he goes tonight. Very seldom you see outstanding pitchers have 2 bad games in a row. So I expect him to have a great one tonight.
Yeah, the speculation on the bench tonight and in the press box, how will the game last Sunday affect Greg Swindell? He gave up 17 hits. He's not used to that. He has carried a no-hitter. Here he is now coming in from the bullpen. This fellow's carried a no-hitter into the 6th and 7th inning this year of a couple of ball games. Pitched extremely well all year long, and it was a bit different for him getting roughed up like that, but he stayed right in there. And the speculation tonight, how will it affect him? And I don't think you'll bother this young man.
Oh, no, he come from a baseball background, you know, a great pitcher, University of Texas, and he was the youngest pitcher on the 1984 Olympic team, so he knows what it's all about. And I say, as I said before, the great ones usually don't have bad games back-to-back, and I think the Tigers expect he's going to be a little different pitcher than they saw in Detroit.
Well, he's won 10, lost 2. Jeff Robinson, the Tiger pitcher, has won 6 and lost 2. Tigers here last night won the first game of this series in a very dramatic fashion. They got great pitching. Doyle Alexander was a tremendous pitcher. He had a 2-0 lead going into the 8th inning. A couple of bloop hits, a bloop pop fly, and then a ground ball that just stayed fair down the third base line. They got those 2 runs in to tie it up. And the Tigers, they just show their mettle, Al. They keep bouncing back. They got 4 in the 9th inning.
Well, a lot of people are wondering how Detroit can stay up as far as they are. A lot of the scouts that I run into say they must be doing it with mirrors, because they just don't seem like they have the personnel as far as you look at the averages and the home runs and the earned run averages of all the pitchers. But here they are, just knocking on second place in the American League. And great credit to not only Sparky Anderson, but the whole ball club.
Yeah, they're only 3 out of first place. And we'll be right back in just a moment.
Okay, here's the batting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Leading off, the center fielder, Gary Pettis. Batting second, playing third base, Tom Brookins. Batting third, Luis Salazar in left field. Batting fourth, Alan Trammell at shortstop. Batting fifth in right field, Chet Lemon. Batting sixth, the DH, Larry Herndon. Batting seventh, Ray Knight, first base. Batting eighth, the catcher, Mike Heath. And batting ninth, the second baseman tonight, Jim Whalewander. Defensively for Cleveland in the outfield, Hall, Carter, and Snyder. Jacoby, Bell. Ramos is now playing second base. Franco is out. Ramos is second. Upshaw is the first baseman. Allenson, the catcher, and the great young left-hander, Greg Swindell, on the mound. And you see his one-loss average, 10-2. He's the winningest hurdler in the major leagues. He's tied with Maddox of the Cubs, making his 13th starting appearance of this season, his 6th starting appearance at home, and of course his second straight one against the Detroit Tigers, who he was roughed up last Sunday, and that was only his second loss. Allowed 17 hits, 6 runs in 7 innings, and he lost that game 6-2 to Jeff Robinson, who was his opponent again tonight. He walked 2 and struck out 5. And we must remember the time before last Sunday, he had to leave the game because of a stiff shoulder, so that might have had some effect on him in the game in Detroit. But this guy's a good one. He throws strike, good fastball, and he can throw a breaking ball when he's behind in the count.
All right, a big crowd on hand tonight. They were expecting about 70,000 people. That is 70,000 people. I don't think we have that many here yet, but certainly above 60, and seats are taken in every section of this ballpark. Gary Pettis will lead it off, and the first pitch of the game is low. Pettis, Brookins, and Salazar will be the Tiger batters in the first inning. Ball 2, no strikes. That's Mark Johnson behind the plate tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Terry Kraft is at first base. Jim McKean at second. Mike Riley is the umpire at third base. Jim McKean is the crew chief. Ball 2 and strike 1 to Gary Pettis. He had a big hit last night in the 9th. And a strike evens the count at 2-2. This fellow doesn't walk many. Can't be deceived by the first 2 pitches being balls. He's around the plate. And he struck him out. It's the first breaking ball he's thrown. Looked like a hard slider, and Gary Pettis strikes out.
And this gets the crowd here into this ball game. Let's take a look at the last pitch. A deep cutter down and in. A real tough pitch for a right-hander to hit.
And the batter is Brookins. Tommy had a key hit in the 9th inning last night, a single that batted in 2. The Tigers scored 4 in the 9th to break a 2-2 tie. And the pitch from Swindell. It's a strike on the outside corner. And the big left-hander gets ready. And this one's fouled away. Strike 2. Just a reminder that coming up later will be our Miller Lite Tiger home run inning. And if your postcard is selected and a Tiger hits a home run during the home run inning, you're going to win $1,500 from Miller Beer. So stay tuned. You could be a winner tonight.
George, they shatter the press box window. They had a thing happen here. And you can see there where the ball hit and shattered a window.
Again?
Again. This just happened just now.
Oh, that's 3 times. And Brookins strikes out. I'll give you this information. When they put those windows in, shatterproof, unbreakable, lifetime guarantee. Now, that's the 3rd window that's gone down. The last game, the second one in 3 games, Chuck Waslick tells us. The last game against Toronto, or the game before that, they shattered a window and it fell, the glass did, all down into the crowd. Now we get this one from Tom Brookins. The guarantee's no good.
Better read the fine print.
Yeah, read the fine print. Unbreakable, shatterproof, lifetime guarantee. The pitch to Salazar. He fouls it away. 60 degrees at game time. Very cool on the lake. It was in the 50s last night at game time. This fella drove in the go-ahead run in the 9th inning and a line drive base hit into center field. So Salazar continues. Sparky put him up there last night in the 9th with the score tied. He got a base hit to put the Tigers in front.
Yes, Luis has been doing it all for the Tigers this year. He's kept up the pace from the very first game of the season.
Well, he had 4 hits off Swindell in Detroit last Sunday. The batter is Trammell. Allen batting with a runner at first, 2 outs and a pitch low. Trammell batting at .332, 8 home runs, 32 runs batted in. And a pop fly that should reach the seats. The Indians, with all of their great start, being in first place a long period of time this year, they are behind in their attendance before tonight. They'll go ahead of last year with this crowd tonight. But they're behind starting play tonight. It's 1-2 to Trammell.
Allen wasn't too sure that was a strike, but he didn't say very much. He just questioned the umpire, and they really don't mind that.
I tell you, they have relaxed the balk rule quite a bit. Swindell gave a very quick motion to the plate on that last pitch. There's the runner at first, Salazar. He's there with 2 outs. The pitch, there he goes. And a foul ball. Ooh, Allen had a pitch to drive into right field. Over the plate, away from him, and he fouled it away. Salazar had a big jump on Swindell.
Good base runner, good instincts. The 5 stolen bases has not been thrown out yet this year.
Still 1-2 as Swindell gets ready. He got it. Got it on the inside part of the plate, and Trammell is out on strike. We go to the bottom of the first. No score.
Ramos playing second base. Batting second, Willie Upshaw at first base. Batting third, Joe Carter in center field. Batting fourth, Brooke Jacoby, third base. Batting fifth in left field, Mel Hall. Batting sixth, Corey Snyder, right fielder. Batting seventh, the DH, Dave Clark. Batting eighth, Andy Allenson, the catcher. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jay Bell. Defensively for Detroit, Salazar, Pettis, and Lemon in the outfield. Brookins, Trammell, Whalewander, Knight, Mike Heath behind the plate, and young Jeff Robinson on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. A record of 6-2, as you see there. 4.22 earned run average, making his 11th appearance and 10th start of the year, and his second consecutive against the Indians and Greg Swindell. He defeated 6-2 last Sunday in Detroit. Jeff went to root in that game for the second time this season, allowing the Indians to just 5 hits, walked 1, and struck out 10. And that was his first career victory against the Cleveland Indians. Jeff Robinson has a lifetime mark, 15-8, coming into the contest here tonight. Hard-throwing right-hander, and if he's getting an off-speed pitch over the plate consistently, he can be very tough to beat. He's a type pitcher that can't rely on just his fastball. Goes fastball, slider, and he has a split-finger pitch.
Okay, it'll be Ramos to lead it off. Upshaw and Joe Carter will follow. As we look at the Tiger bench, that's Sparky and Alex Gramus seated there. The left-hander Swindell struck out the side in the first inning. He gave up a single with 2 outs after striking out the first 2, and then he got Trammell on a call strike. Ramos inserted into the lineup at the last moment. Julio Franco has been bothered with a bad knee. He was in the lineup last night as the designated hitter. He had 3 hits, including a hit in the 8th inning that tied the ball game. So the Tigers wish him well. They hope he's able and healthy by Monday.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He hit so well against the Tigers. The 1-strike pitch to Ramos. It's high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ramos brought up to the Cleveland Ball Club when they traded Pat Tabler to Kansas City. Bud Black coming to the Cleveland Indians.
He's been around a little bit, Al. He's 30 years old. Knows how to play. Takes a strike. He had a bases-loaded hit against Toronto here on Wednesday night. One and 2 as Robinson checks the signs. And the pitch. Look out. Leaving the count at 2-2. Got a nice letter tonight from Guy Gunder in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Guy sent us an article about Darrell Evans. Beautiful article. He says Darrell is a great guy. He is. Absolutely. Here's a base hit into center field. Ramos drills it into center. He's on with a base hit. The article is written by Jim Howe, a good friend of ours from Lansing, and he's a great guy too. So a great guy, Jim Howe, writing about a great fellow, Darrell Evans, and we appreciate it, sending it to us. We'll see Jim Howe on Wednesday. Al Kaline and I will be in Lansing. This is Willie Upshaw batting with a runner at first, nobody out. And a pitch outside.
Willie had a home run off of Robinson in Detroit in the first inning. With Toronto, he had a grand slam last season against Jeff Robinson.
One ball, no strikes. And a strike makes it 1-1. Boy, Mark Johnson has a good wide strike zone, evidently. He called a pitch on the outside, a strike on Trammell, then called him out on a pitch on the inside corner. And this one on the black, as they say, on the outside part of the plate. Breaking ball inside. Ball 2 and strike 1. They can double this fella up. Willie Upshaw, he hits the ball sharply, does not run like he once did. Well, the Tigers are deep on the infield, everybody back except Knight, who holds against the runner at first base. Jeff taking a lot of time here in the first inning. And another strike. Makes it 2-2, and Willie doesn't like it. He didn't like the call on the first one. He didn't say too much and sort of pointed his finger at Mark Johnson after that call. .293 earned run average in his last 6 starts. Robinson has pitched well. Ball chopped. Whale Wander will go to first. That's the only play he had. He couldn't charge it. Would have been a tough play. He elected to take the sure out at first by backing up. Well, Willie Upshaw is out. 1 away, and the batter is Joe Carter.
And Joe Carter, the RBI man of this ball club. 11 home runs, 40 RBIs. Outstanding athlete. Played mostly first base last year, but he is an outfielder, and they have him in center field now.
He's missed a couple of ball games. He's been hurt. Here's the pitch to Carter. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Having another big year. He has 100 home runs and 100 runs batted, 100 stolen bases in his career. Not many ball players have that. Good stop by Heath. Ball 2, no strikes. Brooke Jacoby will bat next. Well, they're here tonight. They are expecting 70,000, and this crowd is alive. They've got something to cheer about in Cleveland this year. Ball 2, no strikes, and the pitch is low. Ball 3.
That's basically what was wrong with Jeff in Detroit. He was behind the hitters after the first 2 innings. Then he settled down and really started pitching a great ball game. But he's trying to be very careful with Joe Carter. He has a base open, and this fella can really hurt you.
He might swing 3-0. Nope, he takes it. Ball 3, strike 1. This ballpark a lot like Baltimore, Al. They give them the lines because shallow down each line. Goes out quickly. This one fouled away. In Baltimore, only 309 down each line. It is 320 here in Cleveland. Now you get a look at it. 320 down each line, and then goes out quickly.
Center field is short here, but this is a fair ballpark. Pretty good power alleys, about 370, 75 the power. So it's fair for everybody. Hit the ball down the line, you get a home run, but you can hit a long fly ball in the gaps in right and left center field.
Ball 3, strike 2. Ground ball toward shortstop. Trammell on to first, and Carter is out. Well, he shattered his bat as Robinson came in tight with a good fastball.
Well, that's the second bat he's broke. Ramos broke his bat on the base hit in the left center field. Carter has a long swing. He likes to get his hands extended. You see where Mike Heath was sitting up inside. You'd like to pitch him inside.
So after falling behind 3-0 to Carter, he gets him on a bounce out. And now it's Brooke Jacoby,
who also homered off of Robinson last Sunday. Hit it to right field.
Good breaking ball for a strike. This fellow has 5 home runs, as you see, 17 runs batted in. One of the best trades this ball club ever made. They got Brett Butler and this guy for Barker, a sore arm pitcher. It turned out he had a sore arm, never did pitch well again. Strike 2. Two strikes to Jacoby. So after falling behind Carter 3-0, he's thrown nothing but strikes. 3 straight to Carter, now 2. Here's Ramos, the runner at second. 2 strikes to Jacoby. Looked like the split finger pitch stayed inside. Might have been good that it did. It didn't break much.
Well, when Jeff's getting a breaking ball over the plate, it gives the hitter something more to think about, and he does have a good live fastball.
It's 1-2 to Brooke Jacoby. I'll make it 2-2. This is Doc Edwards, the manager of the Cleveland Ball Club. 13 years he played in the major leagues. 230. 8 career batting average. He had to be a pretty good catcher to stay 13 years.
And talking about batting averages,
see what Sparky's saying? Don't put mine up there.
He's telling Mike Heath what to throw right now.
Yeah, he sure is. Breaking ball. Don't give in to him. He's a good fastball hitter. We'll see what happens. Probably throw the fastball. It's low, ball 3. Well, he had him in a hole, 2-0. Now it's 3-2. That looked like the split finger pitch. Warren Spahn said yesterday that's the same pitch that we threw when he pitched, and we called it a forkball. The payoff pitch to Jacoby. Ooh, it was close. So Brooke Jacoby gets a walk. They'll put him at first and second for Mel Hall. Jeff Robinson trying to get him out in the first inning. He had trouble in Detroit in the first inning. After that, he was tough. Ground ball. Brookins can't make a play anywhere. He did well to come up with it.
That's the 3rd bat broken in this inning. Tommy playing off the line at third base, playing the percentages. This ball is hit on the hand. Tommy does a good job of stopping the ball from going to the outfield. He would not have had to play any play.
No, just as well he bobbled it. Had he come up throwing that ball, a lot of bad things could have happened. So the bases are loaded for Corey Snyder. And Sparky's coming to the mound.
There's not much you can tell. Young Jeff Robinson, he's been throwing the ball well, and the hits that they've gotten off of him have been the handle shots that have been broken the bats.
Sparky had a very attentive audience, as you could see. First among the active managers with 2,853 games managed.
And I would imagine if he wants to, and if his health allows him to, he'll be pretty close to the top for winningest managers before he's through, if he wants to stay around that long.
Bases are loaded for Corey Snyder with 2 outs. This fellow has 13 home runs. Jeff's having some problems getting the ball over. He was 3-0 to Carter before he got him out. He walked Jacoby on a 3-2 pitch. Now he's behind Snyder. Ball hit to Brookins. Should get him out of the inning, and it will. Corey Snyder bounces it down to Tom Brookins, and at the end of 1, it's 0-0. Pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're watching Tigers 88. Well, tonight on the street, the police check out a lead in the shooting of an officer. So don't miss this realistic cop show. That's tonight at 12:30 on Channel 4. Well, we had a wild first inning for the Indians. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and the very dangerous Corey Snyder, and he got him on a bounce out. So the Tigers come back. Lemon, Herndon, and Knight batting against Swindell. And it was pointed out to us by Chuck Waslick that even Snyder broke his bat on the ball he hit down to Brookins. So Jeff Robinson broke 4 bats in the first inning. He throws what they call in the trade a very heavy ball. If he gets it in on you or the end of the bat, you have a good chance of breaking it. Here's the pitch to Lemon. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chester has 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Batting at .284. And a ball 2. Swindell struck out the side in the first inning. He gave up a hit, but he had 3 strikeouts. They scored just 19 runs for him in his last 7 starts. Ball 3, strike 1. Chet Lemon will be ready for this one if it's to his liking. And he fouled it away. Three and 2 to the leadoff man here in the second inning.
Chet Lemon off to a great start, hitting very well on the road. .319 on the road, 36 for 113. Hitting the ball to all fields this year, not trying to pull like he has in the past.
He chops it to the shortstop. Jay Bell goes to first, and Lemon is out. So there's 1 away in the second inning, and the batter will be Larry Herndon. They're going to have a big fireworks show here tonight after the ball game. And a big crowd on hand. They are estimating 70,000 here tonight. Expecting that many. Pitch is low to Herndon.
Hondo getting his batting average up after a very slow start. Enjoyed his finest year last year. Hit .324.
Foul to the screen. Makes it 1-1.
Did they take the screen down? Didn't the screen used to come all the way up?
Yeah, it is gone. The screen has vanished, sort of like the Texas Stadium and one other place we've been this year. That'll make it 1-2 to Larry Herndon. Now they're going to put a new screen up. C.B. Waslick tells us next week they're going to put it up right here. This is all open right now. He's out. Mark Johnson waved him away, and Larry Herndon is out on strikes.
Boy, it looks like it's a hitter's delight. I mean, the pitcher's delight here in this game. Take a look at it again. A lot of hitters are complaining. That's like a pretty good pitch.
That is strikeout number 4 for Swindell. If those 17 hits last Sunday are bothering him, nobody knows it yet. Ray Knight, the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Ray batting with 2 outs, nobody on. Second inning, no score. Ball 2. Ball 2, no strikes.
This left-hander is throwing a little harder than he was up in Detroit.
He was having trouble in Detroit getting the breaking ball over. It looked like the Tigers were waiting on the fastball, and they pounded him pretty good. There's a pop-up into right center field. Corey Snyder calling for it. He'll make the catch. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0. TV schedule this Sunday now, day after tomorrow, June 12th. We'll be here in Cleveland at 1 o'clock, and then we won't be with you for a while. Friday night, June 24th, we're going to be in Toronto at 7:30, and Sunday, June 26th, in Toronto at 1 o'clock. So after Sunday, a couple of weeks before we'll be back on the air.
So, George Kell, there's a rumor going around that there was someone running around the parking lot last night in their pajamas looking for some cookies.
I tell you what, to tell you and Chuck Waslick anything, I'd rather put it in the paper or on television.
I mean, I don't know who that could be, and why people would contact me and say, beware of the cookie bandit, I don't know.
Well, I thought you might want some cookies about midnight with a glass of milk, and oh, you weren't here.
I wasn't here. I just got in. Don't put the blame on me now. You
didn't show up.
You got into it. Now get out the best you can.
Oh, I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
I like to see you running outside in your pajamas and your robe on.
Oh, hey, I was covered up pretty good. Here's Dave Clark to lead it off, and he fouls it away. I would not recommend midnight in the parking lots in Cleveland or anywhere else. Dave Clark. This fellow's had some big years at Buffalo. He's the designated hitter. Bounces it toward first base. Ray Knight flips it over to Robinson. That's 1 out, and it'll bring up Andy Allenson. This fellow had 3 hits last night off Doyle Alexander.
This team plays much better when Allenson is behind the plate. He sort of takes charge of the game. The pitchers prefer pitching to him. They feel confident with him behind the plate.
Pitch is high. Fellow has 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. We're in the second inning, 1 out, nobody on. And he taps it foul. In the 8th inning last night, Doyle Alexander working on a 2-0 shutout. This fellow hit one on the fist, a little pop fly over shortstop. Then Jay Bell checked his swing just like that last one, and it rolled down the third baseline, and that's the way they got started against Doyle.
And you just saw the record, 35-19 when this guy's the catcher. That's pretty good. That'll win in a lot of leagues.
He's waiting on the 1-1 pitch. Look out. He's hit by a pitch ball. Andy Allenson hit by a pitch. He acts like he's a little upset, but they didn't hit him on purpose. Well, the young man is at first base, 1 out, and the batter is Jay Bell. Jay Bell batting at 197. He takes a pitch low.
This fella's an excellent fielding shortstop. They got him from the Minnesota Twins when they sent Bert Blyleven over there, and he hit fairly well in the minor leagues, but he's struggling up here.
He pops it up. Ray Knight will have a play on it. Ray puts it away. You keep hoping that ball will go fair. He was struggling a bit, and if it drops in fair ground, he's going to get an out somewhere. But it was about a step outside the line. Second out of the inning, and the batter will be Domingo Ramos. Ramos had a single his first time up. Ramos got into the lineup at the last moment as a replacement for Julio Franco. There goes the runner. Throw to second, and he's going to be out. Mike Heath made the throw down to Whale Wander, who put the tag on him. At the end of 2, it's 0-0. Well, after each televised Tiger game, Al and I will be announcing the Miller Lite Tiger Player of the Game, and the winner will have $100 donated in his name to the Children's Hospitals of Michigan by the Miller Brewing Company. These youngsters enjoying the ball game tonight. They tell us this stadium seats nearly 75,000 people. And my in-house counter, Al Kaline, says we're going to have 70,000.
I think we will have 70,000.
They're still coming in. I would imagine a lot of people had to park uptown somewhere. There's not that much parking around the stadium. There is a lot, but not that much. We're panning the crowd right now, and you get a good idea of how many people are here. This is Mike Heath to lead it off. Tigers nothing, and the Indians nothing. Tigers have had only one base runner. Salazar singled in the first inning. And it's 1 strike to Mike Heath. And the pitch from Swindell. Look out into the crowd. We'll make it strike 2. Some fellow got a hand on it, and nobody gets hit. Mike has 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. That'll make it 1-2. All the hitters should know by now, if it's close with 2 strikes on you, you better be swinging. Mark Johnson has a very wide strike zone. Here's a drive hit deep toward right field. It's going to be caught on the warning track. Corey Snyder racing deep into the corner in right field to get it. That's the first out of the inning, and it'll bring up Whale Wander.
Whale Wander filling in for Lou Whitaker. Has done a good job when called upon by Sparky Anderson, hitting .286. And a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Ted and Karen Kovaleski from Grand Rapids are here, and the Kovaleski, that's a famous name in Cleveland baseball history. They had a brothers battery here. Stan Kovaleski, one of the great pitchers of all time, way back there. Back in the days of Steve O'Neill, and they all came out of Nanticoke, Pennsylvania.
Nanticoke.
I've heard that story so many times from Steve O'Neill. He says, man, we dug the coal out of the ground and we wore out. Here's a bouncer to third. And out at first is Whalewander. Stan Kovaleski, one of the all-time great pitchers in the American League. Steve O'Neill played for the Indians, managed the Tigers when I played there. Fine catcher. Here's Pettis. He struck out his first time up. And a pop fly. This may drop in. Nope, it's going to be caught by Ramos. He slips back into the outfield grass. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 0-0. This young fan, is she pretty or not?
They're probably having something to cheer about here in Cleveland after all the years being down, but they're having a lot of fun now.
They sure are. Top of the batting order for the Indians as we look at part of this huge crowd tonight. Ramos will lead it off, Upshaw, and then Carter. They threatened against Jeff Robinson in the first inning. Loaded the bases with 2 outs, but he got Snyder to bounce out. Ramos had a base hit to start the game for the Indians. He takes a strike. Tommy Brookins plays in shallow at third, and Knight's in a step or two at first base. Breaking ball hangs inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's batted in 3 runs in his brief stay in the major leagues. Hits it to Trammell. Allen flips it to first, and they get him by a couple of steps. Ball took a funny hop. Allen thought it was going to bounce big to him at the last and seemed to flatten out. But nothing bothers this young man. We bring up Willie Upshaw, who bounced out his first time up. Willie has 6 home runs and 16 runs batted in. And a good breaking ball for a strike.
Willie, a very fine player for Toronto for a number of years. The last couple of years, he started to slip somewhat, getting off to good starts and then taking a nosedive the second half of the season. He did have 15 home runs last year for Toronto.
You can see the graphic. He's hitless in his last 15 trips. And he pops this one out of play. Of course, the Tigers, even with all their fine pitching, have been getting some guys well this week. Ripken had a big series. Murray had a big series in Baltimore. Franco was 2 for 18 coming into play last night. He had 3 hits. And it's strike 2 to Willie Upshaw. He got him in the outside corner, and Willie Upshaw is out on strikes. It's the first strikeout for Jeff Robinson. We'll look at that pitch again.
I don't think you can complain on that pitch. 2 strikes, gotta be swinging.
And the batter is Joe Carter. Joe bounced to Trammell in the first inning. Threw it right by him, 1 strike. Pittsburgh 5, the Phillies 4 in the 4th inning. How about this? Stealing percentage of 88%. That's 3rd in the American League. Vince Coleman was quoted in the USA Today report the other day that he says, when I get ready to go and go on my own, I'm 99% sure I'm going to make it. Now, that's pretty good.
And he should have to go on his own all the time then.
Well, I didn't understand his statement real well, as if sometimes he had to run or something.
And he didn't want to.
Didn't want to. When he made up his mind and he wanted to go, and this was it, 99% sure he's going to make it. Had the pitcher read just right. He struck him out. Joe Carter swinging at a pitch in the dirt, and he strikes out. At the end of 3, still 0-0. This is Mr. Art Modell, who owns the Cleveland Browns football team, and this is part of the private boxes they have here. They have beautiful private boxes all the way around. Chuck will pan it for us here, have it panned, and get a look at some more of them. Just a beautiful place to watch a ball game on a pleasant summer evening, a little bit on the cool side. 60 degrees at game time. Supposed to warm up over the weekend, and by Tuesday get up to 94 in Cleveland. Summer will officially be here weather-wise. Tommy Brookins will lead it off, and he sends a fly ball to right. Easy play for Corey Snyder. This game has belonged to the pitchers. There's only been 2 hits by the Indians. They both came in the first inning, and 1 hit by the Tigers. It came in the first inning. And here's the man that got the Tiger hit, Luis Salazar.
And he also has 5 RBIs against Cleveland.
He was 4 for 4 against Swindell last Sunday in Detroit. And a drive hit deep into left center field. On the run is Carter. He's going to catch it. Joe Carter just ran it down in deep left center field.
Well, Luis gives us a long ride, but this big fellow in center field, great speed, just outruns the ball.
So with 2 outs, the batter will be Alan Trammell. Joe Carter, he goes and gets them with the best of them. They had him at first base most of last year because Brett Butler played center field. Butler became a free agent, signed with the Giants, and Carter went back to his natural position. And a fly ball to center. This will be a routine play for Joe Carter. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 0-0. Come the Indians in the 4th inning. They'll be sending up Brooke Jacoby, Mel Hall, and Corey Snyder against Jeff Robinson. It's a 0-0 ball game.
And you see one of the fans getting an all-star ballot, and sure ready to fill out for his favorite player. And I'm sure there are going to be a few Cleveland players on that ball club, and it should be.
They should be. You're right.
You have the pitcher naturally should certainly make the ball club, although they can't vote for that. Center fielder, right fielder certainly ought to get a lot of consideration.
Brooke Jacoby drew a walk his first time up. Mike and Rhoda Bringard from Vermillion, Ohio, formerly from Detroit, from Sheboygan, Michigan. And say hello to the folks in Sheboygan. There's a strike to Jacoby. As Al told you earlier, he got one of the 2 home runs off Robinson in Detroit last Sunday. And he pulls this one foul.
He has developed into a fine third baseman. His name was mentioned a lot last year and the year before, possible trade, because he was a good hitter, but he didn't feel his position very well at third base. But he has improved, worked very hard, and everybody knows he's a fine offensive player. 32 home runs last year.
He has 5 this year. Here's one down the corner in right field. This ball is foul. Ooh. Chet made a good effort for it, but
he did. He was going full blast, knowing that the wall was coming up pretty quick.
How in the world did you guys ever play before they padded the walls? I'll tell you.
Well, you played very carefully.
It's inhumane, really, to ask outfielders to charge into the wall like Lemon did on that play.
Yes, sir. The Players Association demanded that all walls now have padding. Before, none of the walls were padded unless it just happened to be a wire fence around the outfield.
Strike 2 to Brooke Jacoby. He'll make it 1-2. He had 2 quick strikes on Jacoby in the first inning. Then he walked him.
Eric King throwing. We know no reason other than he's getting up for some exercise. Hasn't pitched in a while.
And another foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man here in the 4th inning. Indians nothing and the Tigers nothing. Before about 70,000 people.
I haven't seen this many people in Cleveland Stadium in a long time.
This one outside.
If you watch him on during football season, it's packed like this all the time. Once a week.
7 times.
7 times.
A year. Or 8 or whatever. Ball 2 and strike 2. Jeff Robinson getting ready. Well, he's 3-2 again after getting 2 quick strikes on Jacoby. I don't know what happens after he gets 2 strikes on him. He walked him in the first inning.
One thing he is doing when he's throwing the ball inside, he's throwing it. He's not aiming it inside. And he's throwing the ball as hard as he can. And if he makes a mistake, they're not going to hit it too well.
He walked him. So for the 2nd straight time, he has gotten 2 strikes on Jacoby and then walked him. The only 2 walks issued by this young man. Billy Muffet says, I don't understand it either. It'll bring up Mel Hall, who had a single, an infield single his first time up. And a fly ball to left. Easy play for Salazar. And Mel Hall is out. 1 out, and the batter will be Corey Snyder. Corey Snyder was the batter in the first inning with the bases loaded. 2 outs. And Robinson got him to bounce to third base.
He made his major league debut in center field last night. Corey had played a lot of right field last year, shortstop, third base. There's Dick Trzaskowski, who handles the outfield as far as positioning is concerned. They're trying to get Chet Lemon to move around the right center field.
The pitch coming up to Snyder. Bouncing ball picked off by Brookins. Out at second and out at first. A double play. Good play by Brookins and a good throw by Walewander. At the end of 4, it's 0-0. We're going to show you the double play ball. Snyder rips it to the left of Tommy.
And Whalewander does a great job of turning this double play. Jacoby coming down hard on him. Whalewander is amazing and little he gets the chance to play, but he seems to do a great job whenever he's called upon, and that's hard to do.
It is hard to do. This is the Tiger trainer, P.O. it was just a moment ago, and he was looking at the shoulder of Jeff Robinson and talking to him, and we'll see what happens here. Looks like he is leaving the bench at the moment. Chet Lemon is the batter, leading off in the 5th inning for the Tigers. Herndon and Knight will follow Lemon in a 0-0 game. And a long belt. If it stays fair, it's a home run, and it is fair ball. Home run for Chet Lemon. He hit it right over the top of the foul pole, and it took both umpires going down the line to call it.
And Chester stood at home plate. He figured the ball was going to hook foul, but the ball just stayed on line. Both umpires giving it a good look. Chester Lemon hits number 3 for him this season.
Plenty of distance from the moment it leaves its bat. It's got plenty of distance. Now watch Lemon, the umpire at the plate. Everybody's helping out a little bit. Chester says, yep, it's a home run, that's all. 1-0, the Tigers lead it here in the 5th inning. And the batter is Herndon. And a pitch outside.
And we understand it's the first home run allowed by Swindell in 34 innings.
1 ball, no strikes, and a fly ball to right. This is Corey Snyder. And Larry Herndon is out. So with 1 out, Ray Knight will be the batter. Ray flied to right field his first time up. A 1-0 ball game. Chet Lemon's home run has been the only run of the game. Tigers have had only 2 hits, a single by Salazar in the 1st inning. Lemon's home run leading off here in the 5th. And the pitch is low to Ray Knight.
And you see Ray Knight's batting average creeping up. Ray's always been a good hitter, a .275 lifetime hitter. Struggled in the early part of the season, but have been hitting real well.
It's ball 2. These same 2 clubs play tomorrow afternoon and again on Sunday afternoon. And a strike. Ray Knight watched a good one sail by. After the game here on Sunday, the Tigers come home. They'll open a big series and a big homestand. Here's a base hit into left. Ray Knight bangs it hard into left field. He's on with the Tigers' 3rd hit. After the game here on Sunday, the Tigers open at home Monday night, the 13th, against Baltimore. They'll have 3 night games next week against Baltimore. Then on Thursday night, Toronto comes in to start a big weekend of baseball. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 night games, Thursday and Friday. Afternoon games on Saturday and Sunday. And then the Yankees come in. 3 night games starting on the 20th. And a base hit on the hit and run. Knight heads for 3rd. He may score. They're going to wave him in. And safe. And now Knight goes back to 2nd. Oh, he would have scored easily. They were waving him in, and for some reason, Ray Knight stopped.
Yeah, he was waving in all the way, but Ray, maybe having a little trouble rounding 3rd base, decides to stop. The hit and run's on. Mike Heath, who is a much better hitter, you see Ray running the way you're supposed to, watching the ball all the way, just out of the reach of the 2nd baseman, Ramos. The ball goes into right center field. Corey Snyder, good job cutting it off. Throws to 2nd base. Close play at 2nd. And Ray Knight, boy, great camera shots. Getting Ray. Look at, you can see Alex Graham is
I think one of the umpires are hurt.
He was waving Ray Knight around, and as soon as he touched third base, he stopped him. So it's not Ray Knight's fault. Gramis would rather be sure than sorry, so he holds him up.
I was watching the play at second. He had been waving him in. I think
that's great camera work by.
Well, we don't know what's happened at third. All the umpires congregating down there. Oh, we're waiting for Mike Heath. He had left second base to go to the dugout. Now Mike's coming back.
Mike grabbed the back of his leg like he might have pulled a leg muscle. But you never know with old Spike. You can see there grabbing the back of his leg. He did that as soon as he got up at second base. Take a look at the play at second and watch it when what happens when he looks like he twists his leg.
Yeah, trying to stay on the bag. They're going to play the infield in close for Whalewander with runners at second and third, one out. Here's the squeeze play, and he missed it. And Knight's going to be out. Whalewander just threw his bat away after he missed the pitch. He had a fastball right down the middle, and he just missed it.
Well, it's a messed up play all the way. Mike Heath has no place to go. He's got to be on third base. He's got to be running if he knows the sign, and it's going to be a squeeze. Once he sees Ray Knight leaving, he's got to go to third base. So now they are in trouble. Looked like it might have possibly be a big inning, but now man on second base and one out. Two outs.
And the pitch to Whalewander. Ground ball hit towards second. That'll get them out of the inning. Tigers get a run on the home run by Lemon, and they lead it 1-0. Going to watch Jim Whalewander here as he swings, and his bat comes around and evidently hits Mark Johnson, the umpire, right here and right there. And Mark is, well, they have him on his feet right now. He's been down the whole inning. They have him on his feet at the moment. This is a replay. The Indian trainer and Pios DeSalva, the Tiger trainer, out. But at the moment, he's on his feet. Now, we're live now. Mark Johnson is up. You could see the swing when Whalewander turned the bat loose. It hit Mark Johnson in the back of the head, and I mean, he went down as if he were poleaxed.
That's a difficult job, umpiring behind home plate. You not only get a lot of foul balls, but there's always the possibility of the bat. And it looks like he's going to rough it out, looks like.
Yeah, they're trying to get him to let someone else go behind the plate, I think, but he says, no, I'm going to tough it out. Well, he took a pretty good blow to the head. That's got to be about as a weird half inning as you'll ever want to see.
A lot of things happen in that inning.
A lot of things happen. Nothing good for this fellow, nothing good for the Tigers except the home run by Lemon.
Mike Raleigh talking to him to make sure that everything's on go.
Well, the other three umpires want to be sure that he's all right. What do you ask a prize fighter? What's your name? Where are you? What day is it? The first hitter he calls out this inning, he'll liable turn around and ask him, are you sure you're all right? It's a tough life, I tell you. We were talking before the game today about umpires getting 2 weeks vacation, time off. This has just happened in the last few years. Ball players get time off. tough left-hander, tough right-hander pitching, or they're tired a little bit, they're out of the lineup. Umpires never used to get any time off at all.
And plus, the umpires, most of them don't live in towns that the teams go to, that they have to umpire in, so they don't get a chance to see their families at all, in most cases.
They are gone all summer. Tough life. And yet there's no shortage of people wanting to be Major League umpires. Well, Dave Clark will lead it off. Dave bounced to first base his first time up. Bottom of the fifth, Tigers lead it 1-0. And a pitch low to Clark. Jeff Robinson has allowed 2 hits. He's walked 2 and hit a man. And a pitch inside, ball 2. Ball 2, no strikes to Dave Clark.
He has a lot of power, 30 home runs last year in Buffalo. Looks like he hits the ball well to the opposite field.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Foul back into the upper deck. Larry Osterman in our booth a moment ago. Larry here with the pass crew, and they'll be working tomorrow afternoon. Larry O from Kalamazoo. Ball 2 and strike 1 to Dave Clark. And another foul ball. Jeff's been behind a few batters. He's walked only 2, ironically enough. The 2 batters he walked, both of them Brooke Jacoby, but he was ahead with a strike 2 count on Jacoby both times. Then he walked him. And the 2-2 pitch to Dave Clark. He struck him out. He might have swung at a bad pitch. 3 strikeouts tonight for Jeff Robinson. And the batter will be Andy Allenson.
They've been pitching Clark inside. This time he goes away. He gets a little anxious. He looks like he likes that pitch out there, and he sees it, and he wants to swing at it. A little out of the strike zone.
Andy Allenson was hit by a pitch ball his first time up. Batting at .267. And he takes a strike. Well, the Tigers got a run on a home run by Lemon, the top of this inning, with 1 out. Knight single, Heath doubled. And then the roof fell in. Whale Wander missed the ball on the suicide squeeze for the 2nd out as Knight was tagged out for the 2nd out. Then he bounced out to end the inning.
See something you usually don't see, the third baseman playing in close on a catcher. Allison's a very good bunter, probably the best bunter, him and Joe Clark, on the ball club for beating out for a base hit.
Yeah, he runs very well for a catcher. He just runs very well. It's 1-2 to the big guy. Reminds you a lot of Jim Hegan, who caught here many years ago. In all of his mannerisms. Jim Hegan was an outstanding catcher, thrower, pretty good hitter, but his strong suit was receiving. It's a foul ball. Still 1-2. Tigers are 3 games out of first place, 2 games behind the Indians, 2 games out of second place as play started tonight. Jeff Robinson delivers, and he pops it up. Ray Knight will handle this one at first base. And Andy Allenson is out. So there's 2 outs in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Jay Bell. Jay Bell is 0 for 1. He fouled out his first time up.
Tigers leading the major leagues in fielding, and that's why they're playing so well. Their batting average and pitching not as well as they would like it, but defensively they've just been outstanding.
27 errors is almost unbelievable. 1/3 of the season gone, only 27 errors. Pitches inside to Jay Bell. I think Julio Franco made that many 1 year here in Cleveland at shortstop before he settled down. And a strike makes it 1-1. Jay Bell batting with 2 outs, nobody on. Tigers lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 5th. And the 1-1 pitch. Over but low, ball 2. It's going to be a traffic jam to end all traffic jams when the fireworks are over tonight. Getting 70,000 people off the lakefront. Here's one hit hard right at Trammell. So a 1-2-3 inning for Jeff Robinson, and at the end of 5, the Tigers lead it 1-0. Pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're watching Tigers 88. Well, stay tuned to Channel 4 for the latest news, sports, and weather. It's coming your way tonight at 11 on the News 4 Night Beat. And just a reminder that coming up later will be our Miller Lite Tiger home run inning. And if your postcard is selected and a Tiger hits a home run during this home run inning, you're going to win $1,500 tonight from Miller Beer. Gary Pettis will lead it off in the 6th inning, followed by Brookins and then Salazar. Gary's 0 for 2. He struck out in the 1st inning, popped it up in the 3rd inning. And a strike right down the middle of the fastball. Starters have gone into the 6th inning in 54 of their 58 games. That's why Cleveland is in 2nd place. Knocking on the door at 1st place. Getting much, much better pitching this year. Strike 2 to Pettis. They back up at 1st and 3rd with 2 strikes on him. And he's out. He watches a fastball sail by, and Gary Pettis is out on strikes.
Well, they're hitting that inside corner on the Tigers, and most of them are standing up there and taking it with 2 strikes. This fella has excellent stuff, great control.
Tommy Brookins has struck out, flied to right. 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And a strike on the outside corner. They play him toward right field. This one inside. Schneider is in shallow and over toward the line and right. Carter shaded toward right field. And he fouls this one away.
The ERA has dropped from 5 to 3. I think they're 3rd in the American League in pitching, which is very good.
Tommy Brookins strikes out. That is 6 strikeouts for Swindell. He got 3 of them in the 1st inning.
There's that hard cutter, the hard slider down and into a right-handed batter. Number 6.
Well, the batter is Salazar. He hasn't fooled Luis tonight. He had a base hit in the 1st inning, and he drove it deep into left center in the 4th inning. Carter made a good running catch. And a strike at the knees. Two outs, nobody on. Sixth inning. And a bunt that's foul. So Luis is up there with 2 strikes on him. He's just got to fight off a good pitch. And he fouls it to the screen. Well, that's the way you hit with 2 strikes on you. Don't take anything close. Hammer away at it. And Luis fouled this one back.
Yeah, you can't look for location when you have 2 strikes. You just have to look for the ball and swing at it. Until you get 2 strikes, you can look location, inside, outside.
Fly ball to center. Carter waves everybody away. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 1-0 Detroit. Our TV schedule, we're going to be back here this Sunday, June 12th at 1 o'clock. Then in Toronto, Friday night, June 24th. That's 2 weeks from tonight at 7:30. And Sunday, June 26th at 1 o'clock from Toronto. We've got a dandy here in Cleveland tonight before 70,000 people, they tell us. 1-0. The Tigers lead it. A home run by Chet Lemon has been the only score. Indians had the bases loaded in the first inning with 2 outs, and they failed to score. So they'll start with the top of the batting order. Domingo Ramos, Willie Upshaw, and Joe Carter. Ramos had a hit to start the game, then he bounced out. And the pitch to Ramos. It's a ball. Domingo got into the lineup at the very last moment tonight. Takes it low, ball 2. Ball 2, no strikes to the leadoff man. And the pitch from Robinson. Right down the middle. They play shallow in the infield for this fellow. Brookins in very close at third. Knight in a couple of steps at first base. And he bounces it. Oh, great play by Brookins. He had it headed to left field, and Tommy picked it off. Well, you play in close to protect against the bunt. And this is one of the things that might happen to you right here. If you're playing back, it's easy.
Yeah, this is an easy play. It's just a routine play if you're playing back, but ball's almost hit over your head. Big bounce, plus you can drive the ball by the third baseman.
And the batter is, excuse me,
Detroit's been making those plays all year. That's why they're leading the American League in fielding.
Willie Upshaw gets a base hit. Willie Upshaw hit the first pitch into right field. He's on with a solid base hit. That's the first hit the Indians have had since the first inning.
And not surprising that it's Upshaw, because he does hit Jeff Robinson rather well.
So a 1-out single, and the batter is Joe Carter. He has bounced out and struck out. The breaking ball over. 1 strike to Carter. Robinson went to 3-0 on Joe in the first inning. Then he got him on a bounce out. Here's the runner, Willie Upshaw. Now he'll run. Doesn't have great speed, but he will run. Here's a tap. He'll go to second, and there's nobody there. Oh, Mike Heath made a great throw to second, and nobody there.
Yeah, Trammell just goes to sleep on this one. Very seldom you see Alan Trammell not in the ball game. This ball bounced. You can see there, Mike just charges out just in fair territory, and he just throws the ball for the bag and right over top.
And we're very lucky, the Tigers are very lucky that Willie Upshaw didn't know what happened. Watch Willie Upshaw. He goes to second, and he's hunting the ball now. He didn't see it go to center field, and he stays at second base. Well, Mike Heath played it exactly like you're supposed to. He came up throwing. He just knew for certain that Trammell was going to be there and maybe turn a double play. I don't know how they're going to score that. Fielder's choice, I guess. No error yet on the board. Brooke Jacoby, the batter, with 2 on and 1 out. And the pitch is high. They scored a fielder's choice. No error. Brooke Jacoby has been to the plate twice, and he's walked both times. Had a good pitch to hit, and he fouled it away. Had Willie Upshaw known what happened, I don't know why he didn't. The play was right in front of him, but he was looking back to first base as if to say, what happened? Where's the ball?
Well, I think he saw Alan Trammell wasn't close to second. He thought maybe it might have been called foul ball.
And the throw went all the way to Pettis in center field. Pitch is low. Ball 2 and strike 1. Well, he doesn't want to walk him this time. That would load the bases with 1 out. Sparky Anderson looking on. Now Billy Muffett. And they're going to get on the phone to the bullpen, I think. Ball 2, strike 1 to Jacoby. Ball 3.
That looks like Eric King. Ready to throw.
Ball 3, strike 1 to Brooke Jacoby. 2 on, 1 out. He'll jump on this one if he likes it. And a strike. Makes it 3-2. And they may be running. Ball 3, strike 2. Willie Upshaw, the runner at second. Joe Carter at first. 1 out. Pitchers don't matter. They don't mind too much the runners going on a 3-2 pitch. They figure the batter has a tendency to swing more at a pitch that's a borderline pitch rather than take it, and it might be ball 4 if the runners are going. Here it is. Nope, he walked it. 3 times tonight he has walked Jacoby. And the bases are loaded for Mel Hall.
Well, here comes Sparky.
Well, he has Eric King throwing. He had been throwing earlier. Now this inning, he has not been throwing all that much. He started throwing when Jacoby came to the plate. He's going to leave him in there. Mel Hall has had an infield single tonight and a fly ball to shallow left field. So the bases are loaded, 1 out. The Tigers have a 1-0 lead. And this big crowd is really getting with it right now. The pitch coming up to Mel Hall. Fly ball to left. Now we get a run in. Backing up is Salazar. He'll go to third base with it. And we have a tie ball game.
Well, Mel Hall does his job, hitting the ball up in the air in the left field. Tie this ball game up. Now Jeff Robinson has to get out one of the hotter hitters in the American League, Corey Snyder.
Corey Snyder bounced out with the bases loaded in the first inning, hit into a double play in the fourth inning. We are tied at 1 here in the 6th inning. And the pitch to Snyder. It's a ball. Well, with 1 out, Willie Upshaw had a base hit. Joe Carter checked his swing, tapped it in front of the plate. Mike Heath threw a strike to second, but nobody there. Then the walk to Jacoby loaded the bases for the fly ball. And this one's going to get back in the crowd. One ball, 1 strike to Corey Snyder. Now they have changed it. It goes up on the board in center field. Fielder's choice and an error charged to the catcher, Mike Heath. They've been researching it. Here it is on the scoreboard in center field. So you charge Mike Heath with a very tough error. He made a great play. And he gets nothing out of it but an error. Time call. I don't know what this is all about. Looked like Robinson and the runner at second base. We're into it about something. Joe Carter is the runner out there, and Robinson just started walking towards second. I don't know what happened. All the Indians came out of the dugout. Nobody but Sparky came out of the Tiger dugout. Well, we'll just have to wonder what happened. We'll see what happens right here. Here's where it all starts, and looked like Carter says something to Robinson, and so he just started strolling towards second base. Well, we're ready to go. Here's the pitch to Snyder, and I don't know what that was. A swing like you've never seen Corey Snyder have before.
That was a split finger pitch. Corey made up his mind he was going to swing at it no matter what, and well inside. He actually looked like he might have hurt himself.
He's favoring his knee right now. Makes it 1-2 to Corey Snyder. Well, it's a 1-1 ball game. Here in the 6th inning, the Indians have 2 runners aboard with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Corey Snyder. And a foul ball. Looks like he broke his bat. The fella got him a souvenir baseball, and he loves it. Jeff Robinson doesn't say much of anything. He's one of the quieter guys around. I don't know what happened. Looked like Joe Carter did say something to him. Hollered at him, and Jeff didn't charge him or anything. He just took a casual stroll towards second base. Well, it's been a very lively bottom of the 6th inning. The Indians have scored a run, tied it up at 1, still have 2 runners aboard. And Robinson getting ready to pitch to Corey Snyder, and he steps out. One and 2 to the young man. The pitch. This one gets away, and the runners move up. That was a split finger pitch that hit well in front of the plate, and Heath did a good job to block it as much as he did.
Here's the pitch. You can see well in front, and you see Mike getting his body in front of the ball, and exactly what you have to do. And looked like Joe Carter did exactly what he wanted to do with Jeff Robinson, get him upset a little bit.
Ball 2 and strike 2. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Drive into left. It's caught by Salazar. Salazar picked it off his shoe tops, and we didn't get a call for a long time, and we're going to get an argument on that. Oh, there's going to be a big argument. One umpire looked at the other before he made his call, and now Snyder and the third base umpire and Doc Edwards all arguing, but Salazar played it to the hilt. And he called him out.
Yeah, this is a second base umpire's play, because the third base umpire has to go back to third base.
Well, let's see here what we can see. Ooh, I don't know.
We're going to have to get a little closer than that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a little closer than that, but the call is out, and the inning is over, and at the end of 6, we have a 1-1 ball game. Well, Chuck Waslick's going to give us a real good close-up here, and we might have caught a break right here, Al.
Well, and I think the ball might have taken a short hop. I'm just looking at as to see the ball come up into the palm of the glove.
Here's another long drive to left field. This ball is home run for Trammell. Alan Trammell has hit one out of here, and the Tigers lead it 2-0.
Oh, Trammell, being the great pro that he is, says, hey, I might have cost our ball club a run in the last inning, but I'm going to get it right back for him.
2-1, the Tigers lead it on the home run by Trammell.
Number 9 for Allen.
We didn't waste any time. A line drive into the lower deck. And the batter is Lemon, who had a home run in the 5th inning. Both Tiger runs coming on home runs. The Indian run came on a fly ball by Mel Hall. And a pitch outside. Ball 2, no strikes. Greg Swindell delivers high, ball 3. 3-0 to Lemon. And Brooke Jacoby heads for the mound. Chester had some good swings at Swindell in the 2nd inning when he bounced out, and then he drilled a home run in the 5th inning. Swindell trying to keep the ball away from him here in the 7th. And a strike. Ball 3, strike 1. Nobody out in the 7th. And a foul ball. Swindell throws strikes when he wants to. He hasn't walked anybody tonight. Well, Chester better get ready. He'll be near the plate. Ball 3, strike 2. And a fly ball to left. Mel Hall will pick it off near the warning track. So Lemon is out. First out in the 7th inning, and the batter will be Larry Herndon. Tigers have 2 runs on 5 hits. Indians have 1 run on 3 hits. The Indians' 1 run is unearned because of the throwing error by Heath. Here's a bouncer that's foul. Well, the Baltimore club has a 5-2 lead over the Yankees in the 6th inning in New York. Blue Jays 1-0 over Boston in the 5th inning at Toronto. And the 1-strike pitch to Herndon. And a base hit into center. Larry Herndon rifles this one into center field. It's going to start some action in the Cleveland bullpen. A little stirring around down there. A home run and a single this inning. Jeff Dedman.
Swindell has pitched very well for Cleveland this year. He has pitched at least 6 full innings in each of his 12 games this year. And he's gone into the 7th in 11 of them. So he has pitched a lot of innings, and he's kept his ball club in every game he's pitched.
Well, the Tigers have a runner at first, 1 out. Ray Knight, the batter, he had a base hit his last time up.
They could be trying to move him along here, hit and run. Ray hits the ball well to the opposite field. Larry doesn't run well. Ray doesn't have good speed. Try to stay out of the double play.
Pitch is over but low. Well, the one hit and run play they had worked to perfection. Heath swinging away with Knight running. Just about the same situation here. Ooh, I think he was going. Larry had committed himself towards second, and he had to hurry back. Ball, no strikes to Ray Knight. 2-1, the Tigers lead it. We're in the 7th. And a fly ball to center. Backing up is Joe Carter. Well, Ray Knight is out. second out of the inning, and it'll bring up Mike Heath. Mike Heath has hit the ball hard tonight. He sent a drive into the corner in right field. Corey Snyder caught it, bounced into the fence. Then he doubled his last time up. And he chops it foul right at the plate. Tigers have out hit the Indians 6-3, and they lead 2-1. Swindell gave up a leadoff home run to Trammell in this inning. Lemon went out on a fly, then Herndon singled. Knight flied to center. Now 2 strikes to Heath. That'll make it 1-2. Mike Heath has only 1 home run this year. He got that in Baltimore on this trip. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a foul ball. We'll pass the attendance figures along to you just as soon as we get them. But a huge, huge crowd on hand tonight. The 1-2 pitch is low, ball 2. Count goes even at 2-2 to Heath. Now if you want to run him, this might be a good pitch. Swindell does not want to go to 3-2. Extra base hit could score it. And a chopper towards second. And out is Herndon at second base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Tigers 2, Indians 1. Well, we have received the attendance figures. 71,188. Largest crowd here in Cleveland since July 4th, 1986. They had 73,303 on that date. So a huge turnout of 71,188 here in Cleveland tonight, and they've seen a good ball game.
It's been a different ball game. There's no question about that. In the 6th inning alone, the 5th inning, and the Tigers had a weird inning. But nothing can beat the last inning, I don't believe.
No.
We've seen an umpire go down, hitting the head with a bat.
A perfect throw to second base, and the catcher gets an error. That led to the Indian run. A missed suicide squeeze at home plate. Then Whale Wander bounced out, turned his bat loose. And the backlash caught Mark Johnson behind the head and knocked him down and maybe out for a moment, the way they were acting. This is Dave Clark to lead it off in the 7th inning for the Indians. And a pitch inside. Dave Clark has bounced to first and struck out. Jeff Robinson has struck out 3, and he's walked 3. This one sails back into the crowd. Well, you take that screen down behind home plate, and you know what we're talking about when it comes back over the top of that screen. Here it is. You're seated along here. You're fair game for those foul balls. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff man in the 7th. This is out of play. We'll make it 1-2 to Dave Clark. Well, the last report we had at the end of 6, Baltimore 5 and the Yankees 2. Now they tell us the Yankees are batting in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Missed on the outside. Milwaukee and Chicago have played 3 in Chicago. No score. Yankees are batting in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 5-2 at home. And the pitch to Clark. Ball 3. Ball 3, strike 2. The pitchers, how about this, have not committed an error this year. Ball 3, strike 2 to the leadoff man. And he pops it foul. This will get out of play. Well, back in April of 1973, Al, you were playing then. They had 74,000 here for a Tiger game.
For some reason, this seems to be a lot more to me than when I was a player.
Here's the payoff. He struck him out. Dave Clark swings at a high pitch, foul tipped it right into the mid of Heath. Strikeout number 4 for young Mr. Robinson.
Jeff's still throwing the ball well. He has good velocity. This ball up in the strike zone, out of the strike zone, but Jeff's still throwing hard.
And the batter is Allenson. Andy Allenson was hit by a pitch, and then he fouled out his second time up. He had 3 hits last night, and he gets another one tonight. Andy Allenson with a soft single into left field.
Ball was hit on the handle again, George. I
Yeah.
think he broke his bat again. I think Jeff must have about 6 broken bats tonight. Allison yelling encouragement to Jay Bell. He wants him to hit the ball in the hole at first base.
Well, that's the tying run at first base with 1 out. Jay Bell, the batter, has fouled out. Bounced to the shortstop. Bottom of the 7th in Cleveland. Tigers 2 and the Indians 1. Threw it right by him. 1 strike to Jay Bell. I tell you, if home team, home crowd support means anything, the Indians have it tonight. This crowd sitting on go, and they're right with them. A 1-strike pitch. Chops it toward Trammell. He's going to step on the bag, throw to first, and a double play. Jay Bell bounces into a double play, and at the end of 7, the Tigers lead it 2-1. Well, here it is. This is our Miller Lite Tiger home run inning, and we've had no winners now for our last 5 telecasts, so the pot is up to $1,500. And playing tonight is Ron Bryan from Livonia. His postcard was selected at random by the independent accounting firm of Cooperson Lybrand prior to this game. And if a Tiger hits a home run during this inning, well, Ron Bryan, you're going to win $1,500. So good luck to you. Well, Chuck Waslick tells us in his research the largest crowd ever in the Cleveland Stadium was July 2nd, 1950. 78,187. The Tigers and the Indians.
And you were in that game.
I was in that ball game.
Who was it, Feller and Newhouser?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, they used to pack them, didn't
they used to pack them in.
They used to save each other, pitch them on the weekends against each other.
They sure did. And it's the largest crowd the Tigers have ever played in front of, too. 78,187 in 1950. Whale Wander takes it low. He faked a bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got the third baseman right on top of him. Just hammer it by him, Jimmy. He's about even with the bag, maybe a step in front of it when he gets ready. And a strike. Boy, he had a pitch to hammer that way on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now he'll back up a few steps. 1-2 to Whale Wander. And he fouls it away. Jimmy has bounced to third and bounced to second in 2 trips. This fella, Greg Swindell, has given up 2 runs on 2 home runs. And he's behind 2-1 in the 8th inning. And the pitch to Whale Wander. Foul ball.
And it's something the Cleveland pitching staff has been very good at. Coming into this game, they have allowed only 31 home runs, and that's compared to Tiger pitchers that had allowed 58 home runs.
I don't know whether Chuck got a picture of that or not, but Mark Johnson raced out to see if that was going to be a fair ball, and he stepped on the mask of Allenson. He says, everything's happened to me tonight. Here's a fly ball to left. Mel Hall drifting near the line and back and makes the catch. So there's 1 out in the 8th inning. The batter will be Gary Pettis, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Gary hasn't had much luck with Swindell. He struck out twice, popped to the second baseman. Tigers 2 runs on 6 hits. The Indians 1 run on 4 hits. 1 strike to Pettis. Tigers have turned 2 double plays tonight. And the 1 strike pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. Jack Morris will pitch for the Tigers here tomorrow afternoon, and Frank Tanana will pitch on Sunday to wrap it up. He pops it high in the air to right field. Easy play for Corey Snyder. John Farrell is going to pitch for the Indians tomorrow, and Scott Bales, a left-hander, will pitch on Sunday. So it'll be Tommy Brookins with 2 outs and nobody on in the 8th inning. Tigers 2 and the Indians 1 in a very tense ball game before 71,000 plus. Very important ball game to both teams. Yankees are losing in New York to Baltimore 5-2. Pitch is inside. Ball 2, no strikes. And the pitch to Tom Brookins. That'll make it 3-0. He hasn't walked anybody tonight. Went to 3-0 on Lemon in the 7th inning, but he got him out. And a strike makes it 3-1. You won't see many young left-handed pitchers with this kind of control.
Usually, for some reason, left-handers are wild.
This is bounce foul. Well, the Tigers almost gave up on Hal Newhouser 2 or 3 times because of wildness before he settled down and became a premier pitcher. And he struck him out. He's behind 3-0, and he came back to get him on strikes. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers 2, Indians 1. Entering, we would like to send Ron Bryan from Livonia 2 tickets to an upcoming Tiger home game. Now, Miller Beer will be adding another $100 to the pot for our next Miller Lite home run inning. That'll be on Sunday, this Sunday from Cleveland. And if you want to enter, you send your name, address, age, and phone number on a postcard to Miller Lite, Tiger Home Run Inning, Box 920, Detroit 48231. And you must be 18 years of age to enter. Well, the top of the batting order for the Indians in the 8th inning. Ramos, Upshaw, and Joe Carter.
Hernandez and Henneman throwing in the bullpen, just getting ready, getting loose.
Domingo Ramos, and he takes it high. From Dearborn, Michigan, Bill and Mary Atkinson are here tonight, here for the weekend. Robinson ready, and a strike makes it 1-1. Henneman, the right-hander, Guillermo Hernandez, the left-hander. And the 1-1 pitch to Ramos. We'll make it ball 2. Detroit police officers Willie Kearney and Tyrone Gregorich over for the weekend series. Ball 2, strike 1. And a base hit up the middle. Ramos drills it hard through the middle into center field. Well, the Indians put the tying run at first base on this blow right here.
Yeah, this ball was hit hard right over the head of Robinson. We're going to get a pinch runner. Looked like Washington is going to run for Ramos.
I don't think Ramos can believe it. But we're getting a runner. Ron Washington is at first base. The batter is Willie Upshaw. Willie's had a base hit tonight, 1 for 3. And here comes Sparky. He might want a left-hander. He does. He wants Guillermo to come on and pitch to the left-handed hitting Upshaw. What a great job this young man's done.
Yes, sir. He has developed in the most consistent pitcher the Tigers have.
And while there's a break in the action with the score of the Tigers 2, the Indians 1, we'll pause for this word.
There's Guillermo now coming in to replace Jeff Robinson, who just did an outstanding job for the Tigers here tonight. Just a magnificent performance. Willie allowed only 4 earned runs in 29 innings with a 1.24 earned run average. And there you see his record right there, 3-1. He got in last night's game, pitched the one-hitter, and he gave up a base hit to Castillo, and of course he was replaced by Henneman. Willie been pitching, throwing the ball much better. He has 92 saves and ranks second all-time Tiger list. So Guillermo trying to get the Indians out here in the 8th inning.
He'll be pitching to Willie Upshaw with a runner at first base. That's the tying run, nobody out. And the Tigers will most certainly, I would think, be looking for the bunt from Upshaw. Waiting to get a beach ball off the field down the left field line. Willie Upshaw has scored the lone Cleveland run. Here's the pitch from Hernandez. He was ready to bunt outside. He's going to have to get a pretty good bunt down. Brookins is right on top of him. Knight, of course, has to hold against the runner and then charge. One ball, no strikes. He bunts foul into the seats. That's what the Tigers would like to see, a bunt in the air. 1 ball, 1 strike to Willie Upshaw. They got this fella from the Toronto Ball Club. Runner at first base is Ron Washington. There's a bunt. They'll go to second with it. Out, and at first, out. A double play. Hey, they doubled him up here in the 8th inning. Oh, you know why they lead the league in fielding? They just do it right.
Now, this is a great play. What helps is Upshaw falls back in a way, and he has a hard time getting out of the batter's box. You see Tommy charging all the way. Tram gets it, and he has to make sure he stays on the bag, and he still has enough time to make the throw to first base.
And Hernandez is leaving the ball game, and Hinneman's coming in. Sparky has gone to the mound. He's going to make a pitching change. He wants the right-hander to pitch to Joe Carter. Oh, what a turn of events. On a bunt play, they turn the double play. And while there's a break in the action again with the score of the Tigers 2 and the Indians 1, we'll pause for this word.
Anderson calling on Mike Henneman. You see his record there, 1-1, 11 saves. He's 5th in the American League with 11 saves, and that's in 12 save opportunities. He has pitched twice since coming off the 15-day disabled list. He had a tender right shoulder, as we all well know, and he has yet to allow a run on the road. 12 games on the road, 12 and 1/3 innings, and has not allowed a run on the road.
Joe Carter is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. A single by Ramos started this inning. Willie Upshaw attempting to bunt. Fell back and down to one knee when he bunted the ball to Brookins, who went to second with it. And then to first in time to get Upshaw for the double play. So Joe Carter, the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Tigers lead by a run.
And you know what he's thinking right now. He's looking to go deep.
And the pitch. It's inside. Oh, you don't want to get it in there to him. He has 11 home runs. 1 ball, no strikes to Joe Carter. And it's gone. He's hit a long drive. No, it's going to be caught. He hit it high in the air. I thought it was out of here, and Salazar caught it with ease. He must have hit it on the end of the bat. A long fly to left, and Carter is out. The inning is over, and at the end of 8, 2-1 Detroit. Here's the Miller Lite American League scoreboard. They're in the 8th inning in New York, 5-2. That's Boddicker pitching for Baltimore, leading the Yankees. Toronto 2-0 over Boston in the 7th inning. Milwaukee and Chicago, no score in the 5th inning. 4-2. Texas over Oakland. Boy, the Oakland club having a hard time winning. They're in the 3rd inning. Minnesota playing at Seattle and Kansas City at California later. And here in Cleveland, Tigers 2, Indians 1. And Ron Washington is the new second baseman. Salazar will lead it off in the 9th for the Tigers. And he bounces it foul. Well, I thought Joe Carter had hit one out of here. He hit it high in the air, a towering fly to left. But this fella just took a step or 2 back, and then all of a sudden you realize he had to have hit it on the end of the bat. He wasn't racing for the fence. And caught it with ease. Strike 2 to Salazar. He had a base hit his first time up. Then he flied deep into left center and flied to center his last time. And the strike 2 pitch. This is foul. Tigers have 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Indians 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. And the 2-strike pitch to Luis. Bounces it to short. Big hop for Jay Bell and flips him out. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're watching Tigers 88. Now the program that's taking Detroit by storm moves to weekdays. Now you can watch A Current Affair every weekday at 4, only on Channel 4. And the batter is Trammell, who had a home run in the 7th inning. Trammell's home run broke a 1-1 tie, and he takes a strike. Allen batting with 1 out, nobody on. And a foul ball. Greg Swindell has gone all the way for the Indians. The Tigers have used 3. Robinson, and then in the 8th inning, Hernandez and Henneman. Fly ball to right. Corey Snyder is there. So Trammell is out, number 2 in the 9th inning. And the batter will be Lemon, who's had a home run tonight. Chester's home run was a towering drive down the left field line that went right near the foul pole, barely in fair ground. One strike to Lemon. He's had some good swings at Swindell tonight. Chester sent a screamer, foul down the left field line his first time at bat, then the home run. Then he flied to left field. This one's fouled away. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Indians will have Brooke Jacoby, Mel Hall, and Corey Snyder facing Mike Henneman.
Well, what a great pitching performance this young man has given us tonight.
Now, he hasn't walked anybody. Allowed only 6 hits, but 2 of those have been home runs.
Number 1 draft pick by Cleveland. We mentioned he was the youngest member of the '84 Olympic team, and he comes from a history of the University of Texas, of a lot of great pitchers coming out of that university.
Still strike 2 to Chet Lemon. And the pitch from Swindell. That'll make it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a ground ball to first. Willie Upshaw picks it off, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Tigers 2, Indians 1. It's the bottom of the 9th inning in Cleveland. Tigers 2 and the Indians 1. We look at the crowd of 71,118. And they're going to stay for the fireworks show after the game.
And they've seen a real good ball game, particularly if you like a pitching duel. There's been 2 excellent pitchers. Jeff Robinson, who has turned into to be the most consistent pitcher on the Tiger staff, particularly the last 6 outings, 6 turns. And of course Swindell, an excellent ball game.
So it's Jacoby to lead off against Mike Henneman. He's been to the plate 3 times tonight, and he's walked 3 times. Mike is the 3rd Tiger pitcher. Jeff Robinson is the pitcher of record at the moment. And the pitch to Jacoby. It's a strike. Brooke Jacoby has 5 home runs. He has batted in 17 this year.
2 of the home runs have come in the last 5 games, so he has been a little bit hot.
And the 1-strike pitch. This one bounces up there. Mike trying to get the hard slider down and away in the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both first and third they're near the line, protecting against the extra base hit. Strike 2.
And everybody's playing deep. The outfield's playing deep, maybe 1 or 2 steps deeper than normal. Try to cut off a ball in the hole so they hold him to just a base hit instead of a 2-base hit.
It's 1-2 to Brooke Jacoby. He'll be followed by Mel Hall. Mike Henneman checking his signs, and the 1-2 pitch. That'll make it 2-2. Tigers have had 2 strikes on this fella all night long, but they've walked him. They have not been able to get the 3rd strike by him. Ball 2 and strike 2 as Henneman gets ready. He struck him out. Brooke Jacoby strikes out, leading off in the 9th inning. And the batter will be Mel Hall. Looking at the Indian bench. Nobody cheering on either side of the field yet.
And that last pitch, look at that bat. They better not send that baby up at the home plate.
It's like Norm Cash's old bat.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Go Tigers, all right. He better carry a big stick in this stand.
Yeah, with 71,000 here. Mel Hall drove in the Cleveland run in the 6th inning with a fly ball. And he takes it inside. We're in the 9th. 1 out, nobody on. Tigers 2, Indians 1. The pitch coming up to Mel Hall. Ball 2. He doesn't want to walk him. Not with a 1-run lead. This is Gibson throwing in the Tiger bullpen. Ball 2, no strikes. And a base hit into right. He jumped all over the 2-0 pitch and rifles it into right field. Well, the tying run is on for Corey Snyder.
Yeah, and these people know, George, that he has 13 home runs, 7 of them coming after the 7th inning. And you see that Henneman not wanting to walk Mel Hall, comes in there right down the middle of the plate with a fastball.
Well, you could cut the tension with a knife here in Cleveland. 71,000 on their feet. Tigers with a 1-run lead, bottom of the 9th. Corey Snyder, the batter, 13 home runs on the year. And he swings at a bad pitch, 1 strike.
They play Corey deep and straight away. I think Chester Lemon really guarding the line too much. Big gap in right center field. See how far apart they are in center field, but this fella has power to all fields.
Tigers are deep on the infield. They'd like to get the double play ball. Good stop by Heath as he moves well outside. Tigers have turned 3 double plays tonight. 1 started by Brookins, 1 by Trammell, and then another one by Brookins on the bunt. And a strike right on the outside part of the plate. Makes it 1-2 to Corey Snyder. I tell you, if he keeps it out there, he's going to have trouble hitting a home run.
You might see the split finger pitch now. He's got 3 pitches he can go with it. He's got an excellent split finger pitch. He struck out Brooks Jacoby with that pitch, and he'll probably go with it.
Well, it's 1-2 to Corey Snyder. Runner at first, one out, bottom of the ninth. And the pitch coming up from Henneman. And this gets away, and that takes the double play out of order. It'll be a wild pitch charged against Henneman.
He holds on to it too long. Mike Heath did a great job of trying to block the ball. There's just no way he could get in front of it.
No, he didn't have a chance. And the count goes even at 2-2 to Snyder. Now a base hit could tie the ball game. Ball 2 and strike 2. And he hits it on the ground to Trammell. On to first. Second out of the inning. Out number 2, and it's up to Dave Clark. Corey Snyder reached out on an outside slider and just got enough of it to bounce it down to shortstop. Sparky's coming out. He might want the left-hander. He's had Gibson throwing. Of course, he's got to decide, do you want Henneman to pitch to Clark, or do you want Gibson to pitch to Castillo?
Well, I'd kind of be surprised if he takes Henneman out. You know, Henneman is his #1 man in the bullpen, and Gibson has been pitching great. No question about that, but I think he has to stay with it.
He's going to stay with it. You're right. He's going to stay with him. Well, he probably told him don't give in to him. You got a right-handed batter coming up next. He doesn't have to throw it down the middle. He's got first base open, although you don't want to put the winning run on base. Well, the wild pitch was a big play in this game so far. Could be. Corey Snyder's ball would not have been a double play ball, but it would have got the runner at second. So it'll be Henneman against Dave Clark. And the pitch. One strike to Clark. This is Jones. He's the big man in the Cleveland bullpen. Bottom of the ninth, runner at second. That's the tying run at second base. 2 outs. And 1 strike to Dave Clark. This is foul. Right into the Indian dugout. He can throw the split finger pitch to this man. You've got to figure that Dave Clark, a rookie, he's going to be anxious in this spot. It's strike 2 with a runner at second base. Mike Henneman trying to get him out in the ninth. Now Dave Clark calls time. See the tom-toms in deep right field. Here's the strike 2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him. Dave Clark caught looking, and it's all over. The split finger pitch, and he didn't offer at it. So Mike Henneman gets him out here in the ninth. The final score of the game, the Tigers 2, the Indians 1, and we'll be right back. Okay, tonight the Tigers had 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Robinson gets the win. He's 7-2 on the year. The Indians had 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. Greg Swindell takes the loss, second time within a week to the Tigers. He is 10-3 on the year. Well, for Al Kaline and George Kell, we thank you for being with us. Hope you'll join us again this Sunday at 1 o'clock when the Tigers face the Indians. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Chuck Waslick. Our coordinating director was Tom Guida. Studio producer Toby Tabasinski. Our associate producer was Sue Ganzak. Production assistance by Ed Kaufs. Once again, the final score from Cleveland, the Tigers 2 and the Indians 1.